Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we're going to learn how to add Facebook lead ads leads as subscribers in Flodesk under different segments. So I'm a real estate agent and I'm promoting my business with the help of Facebook lead ads. So for my customers to generate a lead, I have created a lead gen form with the help of Facebook lead ads in which I've also added a drop down. So in the drop down, I've mentioned 3 options. So while my customer is generating the lead with the help of Facebook lead ads and they select a specific option from the drop down, I want that customer should be added as a subscriber in my Flodesk account under a specific segment. And if I'm going to do this manually, it is going to take me a lot of time. So what I did was I created an automation with the help of Pabbly Connect, which is an amazing automation and integration software. So here in this automation, what is going to happen, that as soon as a new lead is going to be generated using Facebook lead ads, automatically that lead is going to be created as a subscriber in my Flodesk account under a specific segment. For that, what we are going to do is we're going to create an automation between Facebook lead ads and Flodesk with the help of Pabbly Connect. So if you want to learn this amazing automation, then let me take you all to my screen. So welcome to my screen. In this video, we're going to learn how to add Facebook lead ads leads as subscriber in Flodesk under different segments. So I'm a real estate agent running Facebook lead ads to capture potential home buyers information. Once a lead fills out our form using Facebook lead ads, their details should be automatically added to my Flodesk under different segments based on their interests such as rental properties, commercial properties or residential properties. This segmentation allows us to send tailored email campaigns offering relevant property listings, market insights, and personalized offer, ultimately increasing the chance of converting these leads into satisfied clients. By creating this automation process, you can save time, stay organized, and ensure that each lead receives the most relevant information, enhancing your overall marketing strategy. And we're going to be creating this amazing automation by using Pabbly Connect. So on the screen, you can see the website of Pabbly Connect, that is pabbly.com/connect. After browsing this website, we need to sign in to our Pabbly Connect account. But if you're a new user, you can sign up for free and get 100 free tasks every month. So as I'm an existing user, I'm going to sign in to my Pabbly Connect account. After signing in, you can see the All Pabbly Apps window in front of you, in which you can see the 5 applications of Pabbly, from which we are going to select Pabbly Connect by clicking on Access Now. Then Pabbly Connect's dashboard is going to appear in front of you. In order to start an automation process in Pabbly Connect, we need to create a workflow. For that, click on this top right corner button right over here that says Create Workflow. A dialog box is then going to appear, which is asking for a workflow name. So I'm going to give a name to my workflow as How to add Facebook lead ads leads as subscribers in Flodesk under different segments. So this is the name that I want to give to my workflow, okay? Next, it is asking for us to select a folder. So on the left side of my screen, you can see I've created multiple folders in my Pabbly Connect account, from which I'm going to select a specific folder in which I want to save this workflow in. For that, click on this arrow. So these are the folders from which I'm going to select Facebook lead ads automations as the folder I want to save this workflow in. After giving a name to a workflow and selecting the folder, let's click on Create in order to create a workflow. A workflow is created in the name of How to add Facebook lead ads leads as subscribers in Flodesk under different segments, and there are 2 windows in front of you. One over here says Trigger, other says Action. Trigger and Action are the 2 most important steps of our automation process because our process depends on these 2 concepts. Over here, Trigger says when this happens and Action says do this. That means our action is a response towards our trigger. In an automation process, there can be only one trigger step but multiple action steps. Firstly, we need to set up our trigger step. For that, click on this arrow, and for the trigger application, what we are going to do is we're going to select it as Facebook lead ads. We're selecting our trigger application as Facebook lead ads as our objective is that whenever a new lead is going to be generated using Facebook lead ads, automatically and instantly Pabbly Connect should capture the response, okay? So I'm going to select my trigger application as Facebook lead ads, and for the trigger event, I'm going to select it as new lead instant, because whenever a new lead is going to be generated, instantly Pabbly Connect is then going to capture the response of the new lead being generated, okay? Then we're going to click on Connect to connect Facebook lead ads in Pabbly Connect. A new window is going to appear, on which click on Add New Connection. But if you want, you can select the existing connection. Remember to log into your Facebook account beforehand on a new tab so that creating a connection between Facebook lead ads and Pabbly Connect can be much easier. So I'm going to click on this Connect with Facebook lead ads button. As you can see that we successfully authorized Facebook lead ads with Pabbly Connect. After authorizing, firstly it is asking us to select the page and the lead gen form. So for the page, I have created a page for my business in the name of Prime Properties. And with the help of this page, I am running my Facebook lead ads. So what I'm going to do is for the page over here, I'm going to select it as Prime Properties, okay? Next, it is asking for us to select the lead gen form. Lead gen form is the form with the help of which all of my customers are going to submit their information. So I've created a lead gen form in the name of lead ads form. So I'm going to select this lead gen form right over here, okay? After selecting the page and the lead gen form, we need to click on the save and send test request button. As we're going to do that, over here you can see it will say waiting for webhook response. So now what we're going to do is, as over here it is saying waiting for webhook response, we are going to generate a test lead using lead ads testing tool, and we're going to check whether Pabbly Connect captures the response of the lead being generated using Facebook lead ads or not. For that, I'm going to open my lead ads testing tool. You can see that this is the lead ads testing tool. With the help of this testing tool, we can generate the test lead, okay? So firstly, it is asking for us to select a page. For the page, I'm going to select it as Prime Properties, and for the form I'm going to select it as lead ads form because this is the form that I've created. After selecting the page and the form, we have to click on this preview form button. As you can see that this is the form that I've created using Facebook lead ads form, okay? And in this form you can see it is asking for what type of property are you interested in, and there is a drop down and there are 3 different types of properties that I am selling as a real estate agent, okay? So I have to select a specific property from here. So let's suppose I'm going to select it as commercial, okay? I'm going to select my property over here as commercial. I want to buy this property, commercial property, okay? It is asking for the first name of our customer. I'm going to write it as test. It is asking for the last name of our customer. I'm going to write it as dummy. For the email, I'm going to write it as testdummy98@pabblytudes.com. So this is the email. For the phone number, I'm going to write in a dummy mobile number. And for the city over here, I'm going to write it as Indore, okay? After filling in all the required details, I'm going to click on this continue button and then on submit to submit the test form. As you can see, it says your lead has been sent. That means the test lead has now been generated. I'm going to open my workflow. I'm going to scroll down and you can see right away we have received the response in our workflow that we have created of the new test lead being generated. So now let us tally the response. For what type of property are you interested in as commercial? First name as test, last name as dummy, email as testdummy99@pabblytudes.com. For the phone number, the mobile number, city as Indore, and all the other details. So this means that we successfully connected Facebook lead ads with Pabbly Connect and our trigger setup is done. So now whenever a new form submission, a new lead is going to be generated by any of our customers using Facebook lead ads, automatically and instantly Pabbly Connect is going to capture the response, okay? After setting up the trigger application, we need to set up our action application as well. And as I want that as soon as a new lead is going to be generated, I want to add that new lead as a subscriber in my Flodesk account under different segments. So for adding the subscriber under different segments, we need to first create a subscriber in our Flodesk account. So now we're going to set up our action step. For the action application, I'm going to select it as Flodesk. And for the action event, I'm going to select it as create/update subscriber. Why are we first creating and updating subscriber? Because over here you can see for the segment part it says add existing subscriber to segment. So as the lead is generated and the lead that is generated is not an existing subscriber, so we are going to first create the subscriber, okay? After that, I'm going to click on this connect button. A new window is going to appear on which you have to click on add new connection, but if you want you can select the existing connection. After that, click on connect with Flodesk. Then a new window is going to appear which is asking for a permission. I'm going to click on allow. As this is safe process and my data is perfectly safe with Pabbly Connect, so I'm going to click on this allow button. As you can see that we successfully authorized Flodesk with Pabbly Connect. After authorizing, firstly it is asking for the field. With the help of this field, we are going to check whether the subscriber is created as already an existing subscriber or we are going to create a new subscriber. If it is going to be an existing subscriber, it can update the subscriber. Whereas with the subscriber, if the email of the subscriber is new, it is going to create a new subscriber. So for the field over here, I'm going to select it as email right away, okay? Next, it is asking for the field value. As we've selected the field as email, the value of the field is going to be the email as well of our customer who have generated the lead. For the field value, what we are going to do is we are going to map the data. Mapping means inserting data from the previous step. So we are going to insert the data from the previous step of this workflow. How mapping works is, as soon as you have to click on this field right over here, it says Facebook lead ads new lead. Instead, I'm going to click on it. This was the same response that was captured in our previous step. For the field, we have selected as email. So of the field value, we have to select the data for the email right over here of our customer. So I'm going to select the email from my previous response right over here. As I've selected the data is mapped, and as I map the data has now become dynamic. That means whenever a new response is going to be captured in our previous step, automatically the data right over in place of this mapped data is going to be updated, okay? After that, it is asking for the first name of our customer, so I'm going to map the data of the first name. Similarly, for the last name, I'm going to map the data, okay? It says send opt-in confirmation email to subscriber. I'm going to select it as no over here. I don't want to send the emails to my subscribers, okay? It is asking for the opt-in ID and the timestamp. I don't require the field, so I'm going to skip the part. As I now want to create the subscriber in my Flodesk account, I'm going to click on the save and send test request button. As I've done that, you can see over here response is received. In the response, you've received the ID of a subscriber, status as active, and all the other details of the subscriber. So this means that a subscriber has now been created in our Flodesk account. So now let us open our Flodesk account. This is my Flodesk account right over here. This is the all subscribers page. I'm going to open this, under which you can see that a new subscriber in the name of testdummy98@pabblytunes.com is now been created in our Flodesk account. This means the subscriber is now been created in our Flodesk account. And as you can see that over here for the segments part, there are 3 segments that I've created, that is rental properties, commercial properties, and the residential properties. And in my form that I've created using lead ads form, I've created 3 options from my drop down, that is rental, commercial, and the residential. And I want that according to the drop down option that my customers are going to select, automatically according to the option that they have selected, they should be entered under these 3 segments according to the option that they have selected. If they're going to select while submitting the form as rental, they should be added to this segment, that is rental properties, okay, as a subscriber. If they're going to select it as commercial, they should be added for the commercial properties segment as a subscriber. And similarly for the residential, if they're going to select residential option, they should be added as a subscriber under this segment right away in my Flodesk account, okay, as a subscriber. So for creating 3 different parts for the rental, commercial, and the residential, what we have to do is we have to set up our action step now. And for the action application, what we have to do is we have to select it as router by Pabbly. Router by Pabbly helps us to run the workflow according to the conditions that we are going to apply. So for the action event, I'm going to select it as conditionally run, and then I'm going to click on this connect button. As you're going to do that, you can see there are 2 routes, route 1 and route 2. And now we're going to set up the route 1 and route 2 according to the conditions that we want this workflow should run. So I'm going to set up my route 1 first. So for setting up the route 1, we have to click on the set filter and action steps. As we are conditionally running this workflow, we need to firstly set up the filter, okay? And as any of my customers wants a type of property as commercial, I want that customer should be added as a subscriber under the segment that is this commercial properties. So that is why firstly we need to apply this filter. Filter helps us to filter out the values according to the requirement, okay? So if the condition is going to filter this value, then only this route 1 is going to run, okay? Firstly, we need to set up this filter. For the select label, I'm going to select the label of what type of property are you interested in, because as we have given 3 options for this field right away, so I'm going to select my select label as this right over here. For the filter type from these options, I'm going to select as equal to, and for the value over here, I'm going to write it as commercial, okay? So whenever what type of property is selected by our customers is equal to commercial, then this route 1 is going to run, okay? So I'm going to click on the save and send test request button. As I've done that, over here it says the status success and the message comes as condition is true. That means the condition of this filter coming right over here is true, because over here the customer have selected what type of property as commercial. That is why the condition is coming as true, okay? So now as we have added the filter, as now the filter is going to run according to the property that our customer has selected. As the customer has over here selected commercial, so we need to add that customer as a subscriber under this segment, that is commercial properties right over here. So we're going to select our action application, which is going to be Flodesk. And for the action event, we are going to select it as add existing subscriber to segment, as we have already created a subscriber first, and then we are going to add them into different segments, okay? And then I'm going to click on this connect button, and as I have the existing connection, I'm going to select this option, but if you want, you can add a new connection. Then I'm going to click on the save button. As you can see that Flodesk is now successfully connected with Pabbly Connect. It is asking for the subscriber's email, so I'm going to map the data of the subscriber's email right over here. And for the segment, as we have added over here for the filter of commercial, I'm going to select the segment over here as the commercial properties, as I want that this customer should be added under this property right over here. And then I'm going to click on the save and send test request button. As I've done that, you are going to receive a response like this, which is a positive response. So I'm going to open a Flodesk account, and these are the segments. I'm going to open the segment that is commercial properties right over here. And you can see that a new subscriber is added in the segment, that is testdummy98@pabblytudes.com. So this was a subscriber that is added under the segment that is commercial properties. You can see right over here. Okay, so this means that we successfully added the subscriber in a different segments that we have created. So this means that we successfully set up our route 1. So I'm going to give the name of this route right over here. I'm going to rename it. The name of the route is going to be commercial properties. This is the name of the route that I want to get. I'm going to update the name of this route. Okay, so this is the commercial property route that I've given 1. So now we are going to set up our route 2. Firstly, I'm going to clone this route as it is going to save us time. So I'm going to clone this route. I'm going to rename this route right over here. I have 3 segments. I'm going to go back. I have 3 segments under my Flodesk account, that is rental properties, commercial properties and residential properties. We have set up the route 1 for the commercial properties. Now let us set up the route 2 for the rental properties. So I'm going to give a name to this route over here as rental properties. So this is the route 2. I'm going to update the name. Okay, now we're going to set this route up. For the filter, what we have done is we have set up this over here for the commercial. Now we're going to set it up for the rental right over here. So what is going to happen, that as any of my customers are going to select the properties option as rental, then this route 2 is going to work according to the condition it is applied. I'm going to click on the save and send test request button, and as you can see that it comes as error and condition is false. Over here for the label that we have selected, that is what type of property are you interested in, is equal to commercial right over here. But as in this filter is selected as equal to rental, which is actually false, it is coming as commercial. That is why what is happening is in the response over here it is coming as the condition is false. But when a new lead is going to be generated and the value is then going to be equal to rental right over here, the condition over here will come as true. Okay, so do not worry if it is coming as false, we are just applying the condition. Okay, next it is asking, next over here it says Flodesk add existing subscriber in segment. Now we want to add a subscriber to our another segment, that is rental properties. So for the email I map the data, but over here for the segment I'm going to first refresh this. Over here from the segment, from these I'm going to select over here as rental properties. Now we have applied the filter for the rental property, that is why I've selected over here the segment as rental properties. But if I'm going to click on the save and send test request button, the subscriber is also going to be added to our rental properties segment, but that is going to be false because over here this subscriber that is created, the subscriber has selected the option of commercial property. So instead of clicking on save and send test request button, I will be clicking on the save button right over here. Okay, as we have clicked on it, this route is now been saved, so I'm going to close this route. Okay, so now what is going to happen, if any of the lead is going to be generated and they select the option of the rental from my drop down, automatically that lead is going to be added under this segment right over here. Okay, now we have set up the 2 different segments. Now we have to set up our last segment, that is the residential properties. So now I'm going to clone this route again from here. I'm going to rename this route over here. So this is the route name that I want to give. I'm going to update the name. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up this route right over here. For the filter, for the value over here, instead of rental, I'm going to write it as residential. So this is going to be the value over here because now this route that we are creating is for the residential property segment. So the property that is going to be selected by a lead is equal to residential, then only the route 3 is going to work. So I'm going to click on the save and send test request button. Over here, I've already told you the condition is going to come as false because over here from these options, the option that my customer has selected as commercial, which is not equal to residential, that is why the condition is coming as, but the filter is applied successfully. Okay, now let us set up our action step right away, the other action step. For the subscriber email, I've mapped the data of the email, but now for the segment, I'm going to first refresh the segment. I'm not going to select it as rental, I'm going to select over here as residential. I'm going to select over here as residential because I want the subscriber to be added under residential. If you're going to select the option as residential. Okay, after that I'm going to click on the save button. As I've done that, this route 3 is also been saved. I'm going to delete this route from here. Okay, As you can see that I've applied 3 routes successfully in this workflow. Now what we are going to do is we are going to one by one run this workflow according to these 3 conditions that we have applied, and we're going to check whether the conditions that we have applied are successful or not. For that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open my lead ad system tool again. You can see this is my lead ad system tool, and over here it says you can create one lead per form. You need to delete an existing lead in order to create new one. Okay, you can see that I've already created an existing lead. For that, I'm going to delete the existing lead from here. After deleting the lead, it says your lead has been deleted. I'm going to refresh this page. I'm going to select my page over here as prime properties, and for the form as lead ads form, click on preview form. This is the form that I've created. Now for the property over here, I'm going to select it as residential. I want to look for the residential property, okay? I'm going to fill in the details of my customer. As you can see that I've filled in the details of my customer. First name being dummy, last name as person, email as dummyperson90@pabblytools.com. For the phone number, dummy mobile number, city as Bhopal. After that, I'm going to click on continue and then on submit to do the test submission. As it says your test lead has been sent. Now I'm going to open my Flodesk account. So these are the segments. I'm going to open the residential property segments. And you can see that under residential property segment, a new subscriber has been created in the email address of dummyperson90@pabblytools.com. So this means that this condition for the residential property is now been successful. So as for the condition of residential property is also been successful now, I'm going to do another form submission for the rental property, and I'm going to check whether a new subscriber is created in the segment rental property or not. For that, I'm going to again open my lead ad system tool, delete the existing lead, refresh the page. I'm going to do another form submission right over here. Click on preview form. So this is the form for the property. Now I'm going to select it as rental. I'm going to fill in the details right over here. As you can see that I filled in the details. First name as demo, last name as person1, email as demoperson1@pabblytools.com. For the phone number, dummy mobile number, city as Bhopal. I'm going to click on continue and then on submit to do the test submission. As it says your lead has been sent, I'm going to open my Flodesk account again. I'm going to refresh this page. Open my rental properties segment. You can see over here a new subscriber for the email as demoperson1@pabblytools.com. Name as demoperson1 has been added as subscriber under the segment that is rental properties. So this means that we successfully created an automation between Facebook lead ads and Flodesk with the help of Pabbly Connect. So now to sum up till now what we have done, I am a real estate agent running my business, promoting my business with the help of Facebook lead ads to capture my potential home buyers information. I want that once the lead is generated by any of my customers using Facebook lead ads, automatically they should be added as a Flodesk subscriber under different segments based on their interests such as rental properties, commercial properties and residential properties. So this segmentation is going to help us to tailor email campaigns according to our customers' offerings. This is how you create this amazing automation between Facebook lead ads and Flodesk with the help of Pabbly Connect. So if you like this video, please subscribe to our channel, hit on the like button, comment on below if you have any questions or doubts, and please share this video. Not just with these applications, you can create automation with the help of Pabbly Connect between multiple applications. If you have any doubts, you can send us email on support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can ask your queries on forum.pabbly.com. If you have any queries regarding the pricing of Pabbly Connect, then you can check out this link. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel, hit on the like button, comment down below if you have any questions and doubts, and please share this video, and thank you for watching.